Hello, and welcome to the first stream of, well, this channel, really. Thanks for coming or watching this later. And we're going to be playing an interesting deck. I'll show you the deck real fast. And we're going to be playing Chandra's Dragonstorm. So this is one that I came up with. Somewhat on my own, somewhat inspired by an opponent I played against on Arena. But basically, we have a bunch of dragons, especially all the ones with the best omens. Okay, and then we have just some other really good value cards, like Breaching Dragonstorm gives us extra value, as well as Trumpeting Carnosaur. And then Chandra Flameshaper acts as a bunch of removal and also extra value for from creating tokens, and then a couple of good board wipes. So let's get going. And then the sideboard, we have just some other stuff, especially getting taking care of graveyard strategies. So we will get going. We're going to be doing best of 3 standard. Let's go this one. Okay. So let's go. Alrighty. Hopefully that it's all working. Yeah. All right. So we have our first opponent. And in case... Okay, so here we got... we have some good stuff. We do like having this. We don't have any red for any of our main spells. So I think I'm going to mulligan this one. This one's better. We will keep this. And not knowing what our opponent is going to have, I'm going to bottom an Immersturm Predator because it's the most situational. Llanowar Elves, okay. So we're going to start off with Godless Shrine, entering tapped. Since we don't have anything for 1, we often start out with that. But yeah, if the stream didn't work quite well to start with, basically we're playing a bunch of dragons with omens, as well as Breaching Dragonstorm and Trumpeting Carnosaur for extra value. And we got rid of that Hauntwood Shrieker just so it can't provide snowballing value for them. Okay, so something else that is not very nice. So we'll just get rid of it. It's kind of what we do with this deck. There's a lot of early disruption with all the all those spells. Let's see. So we have Aclysot. Okay. So I think the best thing is going to be I'm going to play a Watery Grave, have it enter tapped, and pass turn. I'm going to hold this up for the counter, and then whenever I discard a land card, create a bat. Okay, I think I'm going to discard that one. Okay. And hopefully, oh nice. So then hopefully we get something good here. Oh, perfect. This is excellent. Okay, so we're going to discard 2 cards. Which 2 cards remains to be seen? I think I'm going to discard let's discard this one, that one. There we go. We'll discard those 2. So that will board wipe them. So they can get this back if a player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, which means that they're pretty close to that too. So they're going to be able to get that next turn, if not this turn. Oh, it's this turn. Actually, okay. Okay. So now I'm going to so what they're going to do is they're going to make me discard a card. Oh, they're great. So I'm going to play this. It's going to make me discard. We're going to pop that. Sure, we can pop that. It would come to my hand anyway. I thought for sure they were going to... Oh, this only is a sorcery. Okay. I thought they were going to do that instant speed and then attack, and then make me discard a card, which would be annoying. Oh, I mean, that wasn't super optimal either, but oh well. Hopefully we get a land card and we can play Chandra Flameshaper. That would be nice. Huh, well, we got a land card, but we still won't be playing Chandra Flameshaper. No, we do not need that. Will make a lot of difference though, because we're going to play this. And oh, looks like we're getting Immerstorm Predator after all. Okay. One nice thing though is that we can have a choice now. If they do attack with this, we have cards in hand. And even if they kill this, we always have creatures or something coming because we have Breaching Dragonstorm. Yeah, I'd absolutely like to take that opportunity. Yeah, that'd be great. So just trying to make it big. I'm curious why they haven't flipped Temple of the Dead or whatever that is yet. So now I'm just going to pop this. If they don't have any more green mana, and I'm going to deal 8 damage to this. And we have a planeswalker ready to go. So now they can flip that, but they can't attack with it this turn. See? So I'm going to leave this in hand in case that does get to attack. But when this comes to hand, see, I just don't think I nearly need that. I could do this, which would be pretty good. I actually think I will do that. Yes, perfect. That was excellent. So we are going to play this. I just had enough other mana available that made sense to do that. And so now we're just burying them in value, right? So it's going to be able to attack, and we're just going to discard a card, and it's really not going to make any difference to us. Yeah. I do generally like to just play out my lands so I have extra mana for big plays. And that might still have been a good idea, but I just like the idea of not discarding my Breaching Dragonstorms in case they have some kind of targeted discard or something. Duress or whatever it is. Oh, Railway Brawler. That's a fun one. Okay, so now this is a fun play. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get just a massive amount of value. We're going to play a Trumpeting Carnosaur. Okay. And then we're going to create a token that's a copy of Trumpeting Carnosaur. Yeah. So now we just have so much going on here that it's just crazy. So we can attack with this one. And well, yeah, we can attack with this because it doesn't matter really what they block with, it'll die. Okay, and just end turn. Next turn, I'll attack with everything, I believe, or at least basically everything. I think, yeah. So, oh, this is perfect. So I can Charring Bite that, and then I can do a Breaching Dragonstorm. Should have done that one actually second in case I, okay, it doesn't matter this time, but I should have done that after I used Chandra in case I turned into, like it flipped into a Breaching Dragonstorm. Sorry, it flipped into a Chandra Flameshaper. See, this is just so much value. Yeah. I was planning on swinging with everything there. Okay, so they're running a bunch of interesting things. Didn't seem like they were doing anything with their graveyard. So I really don't. I really don't know that there's anything we need to really change. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll just go with this. I mean, we could put in a couple of higher value things than the Immersturm Predators, but having something to play can sometimes be nice. So I think we're just going to go with it. And we'll think about more about that. Because I'll be honest, I wasn't actually thinking about what I would sideboard during that game. I just played it. Okay, I'll keep this. I often keep most hands as long as they have lands, especially if they have Bloomvine Regents, or whatever. Okay, I don't really have any tapped lands here, so I'll just go with Starting Town. I have basically all my colors represented here, and then I have Starting Town, so we have all of our colors. More land, more elves, perfect. Okay, oh nice, this is great. Okay, so we're going to go with that one. We'll do this green producing Hushwood Verge next and do the 2 forests. Oh, perfect. So you've got options. And we're going to be able to start Breaching Dragonstorm next turn, as long as this resolves, which looks like it's going to. They might have some more enchantment removal this time around for our Breaching Dragonstorms. That would not shock me. Oh, Bristly Bill. Okay, solid. Okay. So good old Bristly Bill is a little bit of an interesting case. So Bristly Bill can be a little scary. They might have a way to save it, or they might not. We'll see. I might have Snakeskin Veil or something. Nope. Okay, or at least I didn't choose to use it. But yeah, I prioritize that sometimes over developing my own board. Yeah, let's see. Do we have what we need for a Moraine River Regent? We do, actually. Okay, so we can pop down a mountain and play a Ring River Regent. And then we'll just pop their Llanowar Elves back to hand. Okay, and they're going to let us search for a basic land. The Llanowar Elves go back to hand. Okay, so we've kind of delayed them a lot, I feel like. Like, they haven't done a whole lot. Besides, yeah, they've gotten our life total down a bit, but that's not that meaningful. But we have enough to play a Chandra Flameshaper now, which is pretty cool. Actually, probably should have played the Sacred Foundry tapped, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Chandra Flameshaper. And I don't have quite enough to do the +2 and get 3 mana and play a Reaching Dragonstorm. So that's why I just got rid of their creatures. Yep. Okay, so I don't have any more basic lands. Excellent. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to play a Reaching Dragonstorm. Oh, beautiful. Okay, and we're going to do the +2 this time. And we're going to get a Riverpire Verge. And then we do have enough to do another Reaching Dragonstorm. And we'll see what we get. So we got a Runescale Stormbrood. Excellent. Pop those back to hand. Pass turn. This Runescale Stormbrood synergizes nicely with, that's funny, synergizes nicely with Breaching Dragonstorm and Trumpeting Carnosaur because it lets you they let you cast several spells in a turn. Okay, so we're going to Charming Bite the Scavenging Ooze before they have a chance to make it grow at all. Okay, and then let's see how much. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to just let that enter tapped. Probably shouldn't have done that actually in case I flip into a Chandra Flameshaper. But I did not, so it's fine. So now this is an 8 power. We're going to not destroy our own Breaching Dragonstorm. And we'll swing for 8. Okay, pass turn. Yeah. The cool thing is that like they keep doing this stuff to get rid of my things, but I'm not even really spending cards to play them because I just get the card back. You know? So they're going down on cards. I'm not. My stuff gets rid of theirs. And then I just get to play it more. You know, like it's one thing this deck does really well. And I really like it for that. It really doesn't even matter what I do here. And we'll swing in. See, now there's, and they could board wipe. Oh, Leyline of the Void. That's not going to help them a lot. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Rank up. Nice. Alrighty. That was a good match. Definitely showed off the capabilities of this deck. Didn't even sideboard. And didn't lose a game. So that's pretty cool. Let's try it again. Let's see what are the matchups. The matchup with Reanimator decks is pretty bad for the main deck. So maybe after this one, you can see the sideboard is very heavily skewed towards graveyard removal. So I actually have 2 graveyard hate pieces in the main deck, Immerstorm Predator. It's just a pretty nice little card because it only costs 4 mana for a dragon, and it grows because every time it becomes tapped, you can exile a target card from a graveyard and put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it grows, it gets bigger, and that's nice. And also provides some basic graveyard hate, which is convenient as well. Oh, wow. Okay, we will keep. So that's nice as well. But then the other thing it has is an ability where you can sacrifice another creature to make it indestructible, tap it and make it indestructible until end of turn. And in doing so, in tapping it, then you activate its other ability, trigger its other ability rather. And let's see, I'm going to choose to have this be red and enter tapped. Okay. And so you can instant speed remove exile stuff from a graveyard, which is convenient, but it also makes it indestructible. So I've occasionally used it against control decks with board wipes, since after they say, "Oh, destroy all creatures," then you can just say, "Oh, okay, cool. My thing's indestructible." Right? At least one of your creatures is indestructible. Sacrifice another creature to make it indestructible. They're probably playing either full-on Azorius control, or what I'm seeing more often recently is artifacts. Oh, Inspiring Overseer. Okay, cool. Interesting. This is not something I've seen the second. But we'll see. Okay, we're just going to play this, not enter tapped. And, I mean, we could do this, but I don't know there's a point. So we're just going to turn. It'll be interesting to see what else they do. Some of these decks are looking to put a bunch of small creatures on the battlefield and then use Raise the Past to reanimate them. It really depends. So I wonder what they're doing. Looks like they wonder what they're doing too. Oh, Dazzling Angel. Okay, so maybe we have Lifegain Angels. That could be cool. I like Lifegain Angels. Back when I played Modern and Paper, my favorite deck was Lifegain Angels. Yeah, I'm not going to use up this card just to save 2 life. Ventures in. Yeah, it definitely seems like they're Lifegain Angels. Okay, so now we have what we need to start going with Breaching Dragonstorm, which seems like a good idea because I could just stall a little bit, and then we can do Ill-Timed Explosion at some point when it seems appropriate. Oh, or we could just Ill-Timed Explosion right now. You know what I mean? Okay, so we can discard 2 cards. I kind of want to discard this one and that one to just get rid of their creatures and not mine. Because what's better than a board wipe? A one-sided board wipe that only takes out your opponent's creatures, not one that takes out yours. Okay. Also, if you are interested in looking at the deck list I'm playing right now, It's in the description. There's a link. There's also a link to the budget version, the $20 version. Oh, this is funny because if I get one of my enchantment removal dragons, then this will go away and I'll get that back. And that will be amusing. So we're going to go Trumpeting Carnosaur. And we're going to see what I get. Unless I do something. Oh, cool. I got an Emberstern Predator. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what they can do with a single blue mana. Okay, so that pops back to our hand. Yes, no. Wonder what they're trying to think of doing. Are they going to bounce Emberstern Predator? It'd be funny if they bounce Trumpeting Carnosaur. Ah, they are. That's hilarious. I'm curious if they're worried about losing their graveyard. That would be interesting. They might be. Like I said, a lot of those small creature decks plan on reusing their graveyard. Yeah. But that was not Raise the Past, because those are both mana value 3. But Smile at Death, for example, I think cares about the power. 2 or less, which both of those fit into. We'll just see. Vanguard Seraph, okay, definitely hardcore Lifegain. Okay, well, the thing is, I already have, we're gonna have it enter tapped. Again, I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. Should have left that until afterwards. Okay, and I noticed something interesting. I have this way to search for lands. We're going to attack with this because it's going to exile something and get bigger. Anyways, so I have this thing to search for up to two basic forest cards. And I only have 3 in the whole deck. But the thing is, once you have 3 forests, you don't really need any more. Also, once you need 2, once you already have 2, you generally don't need more. So it's really not an issue. Like once you have 5 mana, you're not really using this very much to search for more. It's really to go from 3 to 4, 3 to 5, or 4 to 6. Oh, that's beautiful. Holy cow. Nice. Like I said, Lifegain Angels is my favorite modern deck. Definitely not meta, just homebrew, but it was a blast. I briefly considered putting this in the deck. Honestly, more for fun than anything else, but okay. You're gonna have a hard time doing combat damage to someone who's playing pure angels, pure dragons, basically. Alrighty, so we can do a number of things. We can do Chandra Flameshaper. I think we're going to do Chandra Flameshaper. It just seems like a good idea. Because we can now just board wipe them. So they stop getting value from Vanguard Seraph. Letting them surveil. And then they also don't have any blockers. Yeah. And then they're done. And that makes sense. Okay. So Immature Predator was decent. It's actually pretty good. I think that Dragonback Assault might be even better. I don't need Graveyard. I don't think we need Graveyard Hate. So I'm going to take out a couple of Immerstorm Predators. And I'm going to put in some more Dragonback Assault and Rainy the Song Unending. Because Dragonback Assault deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker when it comes into the battlefield, so it can board wipe nicely. And then it has landfall, so whenever a land you control enters, you create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying, which just seems more applicable in this matchup than Graveyard Hate. And then Rainy the Song Unending. Has flying protection from white, which their whole deck is white, it looks like, basically, so that should be pretty good. And of course, it's just a 10/10, that's crazy. And when it enters, it deals X damage, divides you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control, so also board wipes. Other than that, I really don't think we need anything. Everything else looks decent. But here's what I was talking about. Strategic Betrayal. A target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. You'd only put this in, and this is terrible for the deck in general. It really doesn't go with the theme of the deck, but if you're playing against a hardcore Reanimator, then you really need something like that to deal with it. And Feral Death Gorger is this is something you can put in to get really against any deck that really cares about its graveyard. Take out whatever it isn't important, put in Feral Death Gorger, because when it enters, you exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. But it's a dragon that fits with the theme of the deck and everything like that. And Blasphemous Edict, this is a good board wipe that gets around Indestructible, which some of those Reanimator decks or something, some decks like that do have some indestructible creatures. And then here, this is just for mill decks, because really the main deck has no way of dealing with mill. Because we like to go long, they like to go long, but then we like to go through lots of cards, and they just like to get rid of our cards. Straight from our library. So yeah, like I said, there's really nothing we can do about it in a lot of cases with the main deck. So that's why 3 of those. Okay, so this is a little awkward in that we don't have any red. We don't have any red, which could be really bad. I'm just going to go for it. This is not necessarily what I would recommend doing. We do have a number of red sources, so there's a good chance we get it. I mean, yeah, by like turn 4. So, and we do have the mana ramp. So yeah, we have like 4 options to draw it. So I don't know, it just seems like it could be good. Oh, nice. Let's gain 1 life. Oh, that's smart. It's actually got to draw a card. That's cool. There you go. I'm impressed. Okay, so we're going to, that doesn't really help us any. We're going to do this. Pass the turn. And now we can counter something, potentially. Unless they just play Helia. And honestly, a lot of the things cost 3 mana, so I don't know that we're actually going to counter anything. We can wish, but it's not going to happen. Starting town. Excellent. That's perfect. That's exactly what we needed. A red source. We don't need lots of red sources. We just need 1 right now. Sometimes you need as many as 2, but much like Trumpeting Carnosaur. But yeah, next turn we're going to be able to start breaching Dragonstorm. Or hypothetically, we could Twin Maw Storm. We do like Charming Bite, get rid of Helia. I don't know. We've got options. Because I don't love them having them getting cards. So I'm tempted to just go Charming Bite. I try to prioritize like having an engine, right? So we have our engine. Breaching Dragonstorm, we have the mana to cast it. So we really have an engine going, essentially. But I also prioritize, and even I prioritize even higher, potentially in a lot of cases, if I can, making sure my opponent doesn't have an engine. Because if you can just disrupt your opponent's engine, then, and slowly build up to your own engine, especially when you're playing something with just tons of big creatures, like, you'll win, right? Like, card for card, my cards do more than theirs, right? So with this one, I mean, Resplendent Angel does a lot. But seeing also holding off, that's one reason why I wanted to hold off, because I have an ill-timed explosion. Actually, I'm not going to play this, because I want to play an ill-timed explosion. And there's a chance I will want to discard this forest. Okay, so I have 3 Breaching Dragonstorms And okay, I'm going to, here we go. So 5 mana to everything. 5 damage to everything. I will play a forest. So now I can play a Chandra if I want to. I can also start playing Trumpeting Carnosaurs. Oh, Exemplar of Light. That's actually a good card. That's actually not a bad idea. To deal 3 damage to it before it gets big, because it puts +1/+1 counters on itself. And draw some cards. And you know what I think about people drawing cards? So this is one just super epic thing about this, is that this dragon, when it enters, it destroys an artifact or enchantment. So you just get so much value whenever they have like any of these enchantments or artifacts that take your stuff. It's pretty fun. What do they get? Oh, they get a Giada Font of Hope. Wasn't that fun? And they put it in their hand? Okay. Why'd they put it in their hand? So confused. Okay. And they put it in their hand. And the whole point is with Discover 4 is you can just cast it, but that's fine. So I'm going to just go for Breaching Dragonstorm again. And I think we'll just destroy it with that, actually. And then, so we've got more dragons in our hand. We've got another Breaching Dragonstorm in our hand, so we're going to be able to pop this back to our hand pretty soon. So at this point, I don't honestly see how they're going to win. Let's hope that they actually do this right. Come on, click it. Say yes. Ah, okay, cool. And then I'm going to counter it. Okay. I mean, that felt rude, honestly, but yeah, gotta win, you know? Magic. Gotta try to win at least. I feel like that's your responsibility as a Magic player. Just do your best to win. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of done. And I was even getting life too. I was getting more life than they were with Boomvine Regent. Okay. So we didn't end up using any of our sideboard cards, but would have been fun. Frontline Rush is a fun one. I liked playing this Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. Okay, so let's try this again. I mean, we haven't even lost a game yet. This is a pretty fun deck, honestly. I really like it. It's, like, you definitely can get into some awkward scrapes sometimes, but it really has a pretty impressive way of getting out of scrapes. It generally feels like you have a chance at least. Okay, so with this one, this is not like necessarily an ideal hand, but we'll take it. My opponent going first. Sacred Foundry. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Not really what we need. We need something early. So I probably should have still gotten rid of it, but here we're gonna go with a River Pyre Verge. And now with Quintorius Cond, they might be doing something with Quintorius. In which case, pretty soon here, they're just going to combo off and we'll die. Because that's how that works. They also might just counter this. Cool. They just counted it. We didn't even have anything to play. Oh, are they like Jeskai Control? They might be Jeskai Control. Yeah, they might be Jeskai Control. I'm tempted to play this And I'm also tempted to just... this is going to give us more cards than we can actually handle. And I'm actually tempted to just keep this up for counter spells. But yeah, Rediscover the Way. That's a pretty good one. So who knows exactly what they'll do. Quantum Riddler. Oh, nice. Sure. I can resolve. Yep. Splash Portal. That is not resolving. So the idea is that you get to exile it and just have it come right back. And that is not a good thing for me. Okay, let's see. I think I'm just going to go and turn. Yeah, you can resolve that. So they beheld a dragon. Okay, so they're also playing some dragons. It's fun. I'm tempted. So it becomes a... He gains flying. Enters. It's going to get big. It's going to get bigger. And a bunch of other annoying things. So we're just going to get rid of it now. Okay, so now they don't have counter spells. I could hold this up for counter magic, but I don't know that that's really what I need to do. I think I just need to get something of my own going. Okay. See, they're getting a lot of cards from that. So they have a bunch of cards. Yeah, that's too bad. I guess I maybe shouldn't have done that because I won't get the treasures. Oh, that's funny. So they killed it anyway. Oh well. See, Levy. Do I want to play Chandra? I don't really want to play Chandra. So I'm just going to have it intertapped. Okay, and then I'm going to... No. I'm not going to play anything. Shiko, Paragon of the Way. Mana value 3 or less? Okay. Yeah. I want to Coiling Catch. I'm going to discard a Godless Shrine. Okay, so they are cruising. They've got some good things going for them as well. So now we have 8 mana. So we could... let's see, so this thing has Flying and Haste. So if we do Chandra Flameshaper, it's going to die pretty quickly. Here, let's just try this. See if it manages to resolve. It did. Kind of hoping for a Breaching Dragonstorm. But oh well. You get what you get. You take it and run with it. I'm kind of hoping that my Trumpeting Carnosaur is still around. Next turn, I can play Chandra Flameshaper, and so I can copy it, but we'll see. And we'll see what happens. They have Nova Hellkite in their hand, and they have a Quantum Riddler. Oh, okay, we're going to attempt to counter that. They might counter it. But if they do, then I have used up a counter spell. Oh, fancy. My Trumpeting Cards are back in my hand, okay. Okay, so now we've got some interesting things to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 mana. Okay, so what shall we do? We can actually get rid of both of their things by doing this. Well, no, not quite. We can get rid of some of their things. Not quite all of them. Oh. So we could get nothing from this, or we could get at least rid of one of their creatures. I miscalculated slightly on that one, just to let you know. In 2 ways, actually. But, so now this is going to get double strike, and that's going to hurt a lot. Yeah, not fun. Okay, are you going to give that double strike? Am I going to die right now? Probably. Probably so. Yeah, I think I'm going to die right now. Yep. Okay. So what are we doing instead of what we were? So Immerstorm Predator does actually have some uses. What really doesn't have a lot of use is ill-timed explosion. Necessarily, well, I mean technically, things are just really big too, so it's not quite as certain. I think I might take those out and put in a Dragonback Assault and Rainy the Song Unending. Definitely want this Rainy the Song Unending. Protection from white is going to be great. Just dealing more damage to the creatures could be good. I'm not certain about Immerstorm Predator. Thing is, yes, it can work. I'm just curious because if Ill-Timed Explosion might be better than Immerstorm Predator, because I do have creatures that I do want to get rid of. Yeah, and they do use the graveyard to an extent. They do. But this might just be slow enough, and they might have enough hits that it's really not that meaningful. So I'm going to take that out and actually put Ill-Timed Explosion back in. I really don't think this doesn't make sense in this context, even though they use the graveyard. And then Disruptive Stormbrood, we did use it a little bit. We did use it some against like Sarkhan. I don't know. I could see swapping in a Feral Deathgorger instead of a Disruptive Stormbrood, just because it's bigger. I don't know. Don't know if we actually made that better, but we'll try it. Those are fun days. Over sideboarding is a thing. Probably just did it, but it's all good. Also, poor King Torian is conned. His tusks are cut off. Poor guy. Okay, so here we have the option to counter something. Okay, we do like more mana. We have 26 lands in the deck for a reason. It's because we like mana. But sometimes you don't get it anyway. Okay, I want to be able to counter something. Even though I honestly don't think that they're going to play it. They might play the Sarkhan guy. Yeah, so we're just going to counter that. So we don't need Sarkhan showing up. We also don't need them getting any treasures from it, which they would also have done. And I don't have anything useful to do. So I don't know. I know I sideboard this in, but I might just draw a card with this right now. Because if I could get a... Okay, cool. Just thinking if I could at least get a... is it a land? Well, land. We've got land. We've got land. Okay, and I think I might kill Sarkhan. We just don't need that showing up. Especially it says warp 3, so they can actually warp it this turn, which is really not fun. They have 3 Sarkhan Dragon Ascendants. Goodness. That's a lot. Okay, well, let's see what happens. It probably won't even resolve. Yeah, didn't think so. Okay. Gotta try sometime, right? And so it's going to get a counter, and they're going to hit me for a lot. This might be a little awkward. Quantum Riddler as well. Oh, that looks fun. Okay, so those go away. But they probably have enough mana to cast Nova Hellkite again. Good thing I have this to cast. And this has Death Touch. I'm flying. So, yeah, they can't just fire away with a big dragon. Like, it's still not optimal to not have a whole lot, but oh my, that's a lot. Well, we're not going to attack. But they at least have to get rid of this before they can attack freely. And hopefully draw a land. I honestly haven't run into this issue. I run 4 Chandra Flame Shapers, but I hardly ever actually run into an issue with that. This is kind of a first. I've played this deck a lot. Yep, they're going for it. Deals 1 damage. And see, the thing is, at this point, this is actually a bigger problem. Sarkhan, because Sarkhan gets bigger. This thing doesn't. So we're going to target Sarkhan. Oh, wow. This is so bad. Wow. And this is why we have 26 lands in the deck. But see, now they're going to give a double strike, and I'm just going to die. Yeah. Oh, they're also just going to hit me. So yeah, super dead. Well, if we got just 1 land, honestly, or something else, we didn't actually even have terribly many ways to go this wrong. Because we could have cast anything else except the other Chandra. So that was a slightly improbably bad couple of draws there, but Yeah, it does happen. And that is the risk of playing expensive cards, which is why you normally don't run 7-mana cards. You know what I mean? In this deck, it actually does do it pretty well. Okay, let's see. See who they find for us. Maybe they're worried we'll just beat them too hard, you know. Nah, they found someone. Cool. Earl. Earl. Yes, I'd like to play first. Ooh, okay. You know, it works. It works. I guess I could have done Commercial District first. I'm so silly. I didn't even see that. Don't know why. Oh, we still don't really have anything to cast, so we're going to play Commercial District. Sure, I would like that. And then we'll do Starting Town next turn. I do like Trumpeting Carnosaur. Beasts. We're playing against beasts. Alrighty. Well, let's see what happens when we do this. Are they going to counter it? In a lot of ways, I don't even mind if they do. I could prefer if they don't, but if they're gonna counter something, this is actually something I would prefer they counter. Yeah, cool. Just tapped. Like this is a not nice card to play against. Kona, Rescue Beastie. Okay, so this is a combo deck. We're probably dead right now then. Or, yep, Omniscience. Yeah, so we're super dead. Funny thing is, they haven't won yet. That's weird. We actually do have a way to get rid of one of those. Except, you know, unless they counter it. Which they're going to. It's odd. Like, they just not have anything to play. I mean, Kona's ability is useless now. Oh, I guess that works. That's funny. I got another one. Enters tapped. We're going to try again. Are they going to counter it again? Let's see what we do. Lost in the Maze. What on earth is this? Tapped creatures you control have hexproof. Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, actually, I don't want to. No blocks. I don't want to. Because I really want to get rid of Omniscience. The only way I know of, I can do this. And then, I could either one really, but okay, well, I'm going to gain 5 life. But I need either Chandra, Flameshaper, or another one of these Disruptive Stormbroots. That's really what I need. Okay, cool. Ring River Regent. So now we're probably dead. I assume, yeah, because now they're hitting. They have to go pretty south to not be able to win now. But we actually did have a tiny chance. They hadn't had that other counterspell. I did have 2 of these Stormbroots to get rid of their Omnisciences, which would have been funny. But now they're just going, oh yeah, and you get to look through 6 cards. Yeah, so I don't know exactly how they're planning on winning. But it's gonna involve some kind of combo, I'm sure. I'm actually kind of curious what kind of combo they're planning on using. because there are many ways to use Omniscience. So we'll just see another Omniscience. Perfect. I love it. Okay. And now they're going to pull that back to their hand, bounce those. Okay. Now, this one's Lost in the Maze. That's not one I've actually seen very often. But it's useful. Gives their stuff hex-proof. Yeah, with Marine River Regent and Omniscience and Roiling Dragonstorm, they can just go through their entire deck. That's not an issue. So it just pops back to hand. At least they can go through a lot of the deck, rather. Not their whole deck, but a lot of their deck. But I'm really curious what they're actually planning on doing with all these cards. Like, they haven't actually won yet. I'm a little confused about that. I really hope I get an ill-timed explosion and can just destroy all the creatures. That would be hilarious. So really I need an ill-timed explosion. And then to deal 7 damage to all their creatures. Which means I need to draw something with 7 that would deal 7 damage. Well, let's see what we can do. They're probably going to counter it anyway, but Yeah. Yep, and now they win. Okay. This is one of those where it's like, well, okay, counter, combo decks are combo decks. I don't really have anything good against combo decks, honestly, which is probably an issue. Yeah, don't really have anything. Let's say I don't think this is going to be that useful. That would probably be more useful, and so would that be? Blasphemous Edict would also probably be more useful. Make them sacrifice the creatures. Be more useful in some things. Yeah. And we will have that instead of... We don't want to take that out. We'll take that instead of a couple of these, because popping stuff back to their hand doesn't do a lot. Unless I get out way early and I can pop their Omniscience back to hand. Runescale Stormbrood also doesn't necessarily do a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't want to wait. See, the thing is, I need to not wait a long time. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Don't know, that's perfect. Really, I don't have anything good against this combo. That's really the long and the short of it. Yeah, okay, so I have ramp. I have some way to get rid of Kona if they don't immediately have Omniscience. I have Blasphemous Edict. So I'll go with it. I don't have, a lot of good value cards, but we'll just see what we can do, right? And we'll have that intertapped. Oh, I was hoping they wouldn't run into any of their stations, but looks like that won't be an issue for them. Yeah, oh well. Those stations are really a boon for Kona decks, because then they don't have to try to have some way to tap Kona. As soon as it enters at sorcery speed, they just tap it for Athros. Or for whichever other one they choose. any of the stations. And having a tapped land in a combo deck like that doesn't really matter too much because you're not really going for speed, except speed to combo, which is in a few turns anyway. So let's see what they do. Oh, stock up. Great. Perfect. Okay, so they might be looking for Kona. Who knows what they're looking for? Okay, well, we're just going to start doing stuff. So we're going to, don't need another Roiling Dragonstorm, for example. Yeah. So we're just going to keep going. Gonna try swinging first. We might do something. And we're just going to try to gain 5 life and get a 5/4 on the battlefield. A likely counter. Yep. Consult the star charts. Well, at least we did something worthy of countering, right? Kona, perfect. Excellent. So I don't have a lot of instant speed removal, and that's what I would need. Oh, excellent. Kona. Perfect. Omniscience. So unless they break pretty quickly, then I'll just die. Doesn't look like they're breaking very quickly. If they pass the turn and I get a land, then this could work. Nope. They're not breaking. So now they're going to go through 4 more cards. So it's basically over. Oh, yeah. So now they're going to go through 4 more cards. Yeah. Yeah, so I think, yeah, stock up. We'll just say good game. And we will concede. Because there wasn't really a good way for us to win that game. Dun, dun, dun. Oh well. Happens sometimes. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let us see how the 5th game goes. First 5th match. It's kind of funny. 1, 2. Went 2-0, and then 2-0, and then 0-2, and 0-2. I believe. At least that's what I remember. The 3rd match I actually don't remember super well. So if I'm wrong, well, oh well. Okay, yeah, we'll take it. We have good stuff to play. We have ramp. We have stuff. We don't have the black for Petty Revenge, but oh well. We do have red for Try and Bite. Let's see, is this another red? Yeah. I really like this Pity Revenge against Screaming Nemesis. It's a very, very good card against Screaming Nemesis. We are not going to let him do anything more with this Emberheart Challenger. See how we do want to do the Bloomvine Regent, but oh well. We'll do that next turn if we don't get anything else to do. Manifold Mouse. Okay. Interesting. So we could destroy it. Obviously it doesn't have anything to do. Doesn't have a land either. Okay, so we're going to now get some land. We do actually need some more stuff to do though, because we are actually lacking a bit of that. We need another red source for Chandra, and a total of 2 more mana, 2 more lands for Chandra. Though we can play this as just a dragon and start gaining 3 life, which is cool. I would really, really like a black source. Okay. So perfect. We're gonna see. Excellent. That doesn't. Oh, that we got that next turn then. Okay, so we have Maelstrom the Spirit Dragon, which lets us play. It gives us any color for omens or dragons. Doesn't help us with Chandra, but we'll have the red from Commercial District and the red from River Pyre Bridge, so we can play Chandra as well. But we're going to keep this Petty Revenge. We're going to keep that for Screaming Nemesis, because we don't want to deal any damage to Screaming Nemesis if we can help it. I'm going to guess that they're going to fold here pretty soon. I mean, they're just discarding stuff. Return up to target permanent cards in your graveyard to your hand. Shuffles to 4 target. Weird. We're going to create a copy of Gloomvine Regent. What even are they doing? Okay. I'm not familiar with that card. Maybe it's just to combat the graveyard decks, and then also get back their, Empire Challengers and Manifold Mouses, or Manifold Mice rather, however you want to say that. That died early on. It's probably just a late game kind of play, I'm guessing. But the funny thing is that they could end up killing Chandra because they have stuff with haste. But I'd like to just get the game over with, too. And the funny thing is I have 2 more Chandras, which is funny that the second time I've ended up with lots of Chandras. Though again, like this time it didn't actually cause any problems. Okay. So I could do this. And place Oblivion. I could give myself a bunch more mana and look at more cards. I could just, I'm going to do that. I like cards. I want to see what, yeah, it's a good thing I did. I don't want those lands. And then I could play that. I'm not going to play anything. I'm just going to go combat and turn. So this way I can counter something if it has mana value 2 or less, which they probably would have cast something with mana value 2 or less. They could have already. I have so much more life. I have more stuff on the battlefield. I'm just in a good spot. I don't really want to do anything crazy. Might as well maintain my edge, as it were. Because if they try to target something. So now, like I could play this. That would use up more of my mana than I'd like. I'm actually going to just get some more mana and more cards. I'm looking for... Okay, well, we'll just go with Twin Mouse Stormbrood. And we'll play this. Yeah, so I'm looking for one of my value engines, like the Breaching Dragonstorms or the Trumping Carnosaurs. That's what I really like. But yeah, I don't see what they can do to really win this game. They haven't quit yet. So they might have something up their sleeve. And so being able to just counter something could be nice. Like right now, like I could counter this, but I'm actually going to let it resolve because it's not going to kill it anyway. Let's see if they try to lightning bolt it, or not lightning bolt, burst lightning it. Yeah, and then I counter it. Now I've just assured myself the victory. Next turn. And because I can just give myself that, and I could. That was a little excessive, I know, I'm sorry. But it's fun to do. Okay, so there we go. So they are going to be using a bunch of little creatures. So for a bunch of little creatures, let's see. Like this is good, this is good. Emerstern Predator is not terrible. It's good just to be able to play something, to block something. Rain River Regent bouncing their stuff is not necessarily super useful. So I'm going to pop those out. And I'm going to put a Dragonback Assault and Uranian. I don't know. Seems good. Because they can both deal with a bunch of little creatures. So that's it. Yeah, everything else is good. For board wipes, I really like Timed Explosion. Just because it's always good to play, even if your opponent doesn't have any creatures. You can play it and just draw 2 cards. That's why I don't sideboard in Blasphemous Edict, unless there's a good reason. Like creatures that aren't going to get to deal with. In this case, like it could be good, technically, in case you're worried about Screaming Nemesis. But, I don't know. Not the end of the world. I've definitely won through Screaming Nemesis, whatever. I've won through that before, so we'll see what goes. Yeah, this is perfect. I don't really want to put anything back, but I think that's pretty typical. We definitely want the black. We want the blue. I want the red. We don't really care about the white, so we're going to toss that back. The one nice thing was that it at least didn't cost any life to have it enter untapped, which everything else does here. Well, Starting Town doesn't. So we'll probably go Watery Grave first, and Starting Town. Okay. Watery Grave. Intercept. Puppet Recruit. Okay. It's funny because they were just red last time. Now they just start out the forest. Oh, Innkeeper's Talent. They're one of those decks. Okay. Okay. So you got some interesting stuff here. We're going to lose some life here pretty quickly if we're not careful. I'm tempted to get rid of this while I can. I think I'm going to lose some serious life. And it's going to get out of range. If they play Screaming Nemesis, though, oh well. Hopefully I draw another one of those. Screaming Nemesis, haha. I knew it. I should not have done that. Well, it wasn't going to matter, because they put a +1/+1 counter on it anyway. So, now here's the issue. If I deal 5 damage to it, well, then I take 5 damage. But, here's the other problem. This is why I really don't like Screaming Nemesis. I don't think Screaming Nemesis should have been a thing, honestly. I don't really have any other good options, because they're going to deal me 5 damage anyway. So I'm just going to have to do it. It's going to be painful. They're going to deal me 5 damage. I'll go to 8, and I will not be able to gain life for the rest of the game. It's a little ridiculous, in my opinion. But it is what it is. And now neither of these coming to play untapped without paying 2 life, which is also not ideal. Yes, this game is not going so well for me. I will be a little surprised if I win. Just a little. Okay, so thing is, I really have to get rid of that, or else I for sure die. Like, that's the way it works. Like they're gonna, if they do anything, like put a plus and plus encounter, so it's gonna be a 4/4 just with what's on board. I'm sure they have some way to target it if they are playing prowess, like prowess anything. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to pay 2 life, and then do L-timed explosion, which is gonna drop me down some more. I'm gonna discard this one and this one, and we're gonna deal 5 damage to it. I'll probably lose anyway this next turn, because I'm 2 life. Like, they probably have at least 2 ways of dealing with me. That's my guess, right? We'll see. They're thinking about it. I'm tapped out. But like if they draw another Screaming Nemesis, I'm dead. Hired Claw. Okay, cool. That's fun. So if that just attacks, then I take 1 damage, which is not the most fun. And see, I should be able to gain through life here, but I can't. So that's fun. Yeah. Yep. Good old Screaming Nemesis. I have feelings about that card. Outpace Oblivion? Is it going to deal? Yeah. So I'm dead now. Good game. Because they're just going to attack. Alrighty. Well. Let's see. I think I'm actually going to take this out. I remembered that I was planning on doing that. Putting Blasphemous Edicts in instead to take care of the Screaming Nemesis problem. Because that was definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. Okay, so I have basically 6 ways of dealing with Screaming Nemesis. And this one, even if they have a plus encounter 2 on it, I think this is just overkill. Like, I still have to make sure my deck runs. Or else I definitely will die. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, I don't see that being useful. I don't see that being useful. So yeah, I'm just going to go with it. So we have some more ways dealing with stuff. So I'd like to play first. I would also like lands, turns out. Okay, I guess I will take this one. Yeah, unfortunately, if they get Screaming Nemesis, then this doesn't do a lot of good. So hopefully I get a card to deal with that if they get Screaming Nemesis. Sometimes the way I interact with it is I just pretend it doesn't exist, essentially. Let's see, what to put back. We need all of our lands. I need at least 3 lands. I do need some removal. Dragonback Assault is very good. It needs 6 lands to play it, though. But it's very good. So, I don't know. Don't know what the right decision here is. Let's see. I think I'm going to put back the Dragonback Assault, even though it is really good. So that's too bad. Okay. And then they're deciding what they're going to do. Okay, I'm curious if they mulligan to find their Screaming Nemesis. Because I did win them the game last time. Pretty well. I mean, they might have won anyway, but... play a starting town. And... Hired Claw can be an issue. What's worse? Hired Claw, I can deal with it sometime soon, though. So we're just going to let them deal me 3 damage with High Claw. I don't actually know that I should, but that means they will also have invested a little bit more mana. They're going to do that, yeah. Okay. So they dealt me 3 damage. Oh well. Okay, and I could... see, I will... I maybe should have done that last turn. Oh well. You do what you can do. Okay. And now I don't have anything... Okay, so I could play one of these. Or this. I'm a little curious what they're doing. They didn't play anything? I'm confused about that. I'm definitely confused about that. Okay. I just won't play anything either. What are you going to do? Okay. Well, I'm going to start doing stuff, and we'll see what they do. This is good. Ooh, let's see what they have. Are they just going to kill Trumpeting Carnosaur? Well, we have a Disruptive Stormbrood. Now we have 1 fewer ways to do this. Whatchamacallit? 1 fewer ways of dealing with Screaming Nemesis in our deck. But that's okay. We have 2 game pieces on the battlefield, which is nice. Because now it's kind of big. Like they'd have to use like at least 2 removal spells on Trumpeting Carnosaur. So I'm curious what they're doing. I wonder if they're waiting until they have 4 mana to Screaming Nemesis with mana left to hit themselves. Are they really? They're going to use... Oh, wow. Cool. So you use 2. Yeah, see, that's the thing with this deck. Like, I could be playing more safely by holding up the counter spells. Got to counter the Burst Lightning. Okay, so I'm going to decline this one. But now I have something in my hand to deal with Screaming Nemesis. They will have to like use Burst Lightning on it themselves to trigger it, tell me the damage or something, because I can just do that. The Blastus Edict. Yeah, I will just play it, gain 3 life. I do like gaining 2 life, and then I also get the Reaching Dragonstorms back into my deck, into my hand. So now we're probably out of the woods, most likely. They do have 6 cards though, so like, oh, they're missing green. They're missing green. Fair enough. I hadn't even noticed that. But we've got so much going right now. Dude, I think it would be difficult for them to come back from this, but you never know. You never know. You haven't won until you've won, and you haven't lost until you've lost. Okay, well, that's cool. I'm curious what they're going to do. So they're looking at these. I think they're trying to figure out if they are going to kill one. And we're going to submit 0. Of course. We do not generally like to destroy our own value engines. Okay, they're going to have to discard something at some point. And honestly, probably will be a Breaching Dragonstorm. Because I might as well keep... might as well keep an Image Predator in my hand. Cool. Discard card. I'm going to discard Image Predator, actually. I will discard Image Predator. Because they do have, stuff like this. It can destroy target enchantment. Oh, nice. And so in this case, like, yes, I could do something to deal with it, but I'm probably just going to, oh, perfect. Like, unless this works, because I could, even just bumping its power up or something will make this fail. And then we're going to counter that. Self-destruct. That's why we've been holding on to our counter spells. Even though we probably could have won the race and won anyway, potentially, because we do have a lot of good stuff. We had a decent amount of life. I still like to just play it safe. And that was really useful. Okay, so now we're just going to try to win right now. They might try to stop us, and we'll see if we can use another counter spell. Fire Annihilation wouldn't really be able to be countered because it costs 3 mana. But we will see Burst Lightning. Ooh, kicked. We're going to counter that. And now we've won. There we go. So, won 3 matches out of the 5. So it's pretty good.